Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Museum Bookworm and today I'm going to talk to you about a book I recently finished called The Telephone Box Library by Rachel Lucas. So it says, books, wine, secrets, you'll find them all at the Telephone Box Library. So what does it say in the blurb in the background? So the Cotswolds, the perfect retreat for stressed out teacher and Lucy to find... Perfect retreat for a stressed out teacher, and Lucy has found just the right cottage for a bargain rent. All she has to do is keep an eye on Bunty, her extremely feisty 90-something neighbour. With her West Highland Terrier Hamish at her side, Lucy plans to relax, read up on the women of nearby Bletchley Park, but the village of Little Maldley has other ideas, and she finds herself caught in a campaign to turn the dilapidated telephone box into a volunteer-run library. Along the way, she makes friends with a tree house designer, Sam, finds herself falling for his charms, for the charms of the village life, and it seems Bunty has a special connection with Bletchley. The telephone box, one that she keeps secret for decades. So, the praise for finding hope at the hillside farm. So that's another book anyway. So this is obviously fiction. I would say it's contemporary romance. It's an easy read. It's your normal sort of boy meets girl. I was gonna say things don't run smoothly to start with, but I think it's just more a case of they're just not getting together. To start with, I did enjoy this book. It was a fast read. It was an easy read. It was a bit of a page turner because it was just, as I say, just a nice, simple read, enjoyable, relaxing escapism. It's not particularly a long book. The only thing about it was I thought that they would concentrate more on the actual telephone box library part of it. Now, it is mentioned in the book. They mention the telephone box a lot. They do mention that. But I thought it would be more about the plans to turn it into the library. That's an interesting thing to me. You know, you see these things in small villages and places around, where people have turned disused buildings or boxes or telephone boxes, whatever, in the village, and people, the idea being that you leave books in there, and so you basically swap books. Once you finish your book, you take it back, somebody else reads it. Our local tea shop does that sort of thing. Unfortunately, obviously it's not open at the moment, but that would be that. They'd have the bookshelf, you take a book or a couple of books, you drop books in yourself for people to take. Obviously you have it's very picturesque. Goes into, it doesn't really go into much history of Bletchley Park. It's, I enjoyed it. I thought there would be a little bit more, I was going to say history, but yeah, so you've got this, as I say, this 90-something lady that lives, actually I think she lives next door to Lucy. It's her cottage that she's renting. And she has, I would say, a diary, so Lucy ends up reading the diary. But it doesn't go, it talks a little bit about her younger days. I suppose because it's supposed to be a light read, maybe I wanted something more in depth, more detailed, more about the history. So the lady Bunty talks about her life in the war, but doesn't go into great detail about it. Like I say, there's the village committee, so Lucy gets involved in that, so she gets, you know, more involved in the village community. She's, as I say, she's a teacher, and for reasons she takes a sabbatical, I can't even say it, and that's why she ends up in the village. So I think she's originally, the plan is that she's going to be there for 6 months, so it's a little bit about her life in the village. It's very light-hearted, easy read, contemporary romance, not too smutty. It's, you know, about the characters in the village, basically the life in the village, and like I say, it doesn't go a lot into Bletchley Park. It was a nice read, and I would recommend it if that, you know, because I do sometimes need that palate quencher, that something just that you don't have to necessarily, you know, you haven't got a lot of characters, you have to remember the name, you have to remember the plot, you have to, you know, so it is a good read. I'm sure it's not long come out. Where is it? Yeah, I'm sure it's a new book out this year, 2020 it says. It's nice, it's escapism, it's just something to take your mind off what's happening around you at the moment. It's, what's it say there, heartwarming, yeah, heartwarming, enchanting read, wonderfully warm, brave and wise, full of warmth, heart and humanity. It's good, yeah, it's a, you know, just a nice read, and I would recommend it. And this will get passed on to a friend or a colleague, or if not, it'll end up eventually when the charity shop's open. I'll go back to the charity shop. I'll send it to the charity shop for somebody else to read. So, as a contemporary fiction, I would give it probably 4. Yeah. If I take it as that. If it was what I was hoping it to be, maybe a little bit more detail, a little bit more story, a little bit more in depth to people's lives and the area, then it's probably a 3, 2 or a 3, 2.5 to 3. So, but it is a good book. I would recommend it. It's, if that's what you're looking for, and it actually is what I needed at the time when I read it. So yeah, I suppose it is a good book. It is a good book. Anyhow, take care. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I haven't got many subscribers. This isn't a, like, I was going to say high-end, you know, it's just a 51-year-old woman talking about books. So it's not all of the, because the most channels I see, they're all YA books, and they're all fantasy books, and they're all, and I think, oh, do you know, I just want somebody who recommends just popular books, popular fiction. Anyway, if that's what you're looking for, press subscribe. Also press the notification button, and comment down below whether you've read this book. Yeah, take care anyway, and I'll see you very shortly in another video. Bye bye.